So advancing it into probably one of the biggest projects, would you say the sports arena is one of the biggest projects we've had in recent history here?
Definitely.
So talk to us about kind of where we're at with that project and what your vision is for that facility.
Sure. Well, the project is getting, I guess we're about 6 months out. It is expected to be complete and open in early December. So it's getting there. I have not actually walked in the building in about 6 weeks, so it is due time that I go on over there and see it. We have a weekly update or biweekly update on it. It's going to be an amazing facility. The city has contracted with Sports Facilities Management to operate and run and manage the facility.
Okay.
Right, and we're excited about that because they're a professional group that is what they do. They know tournaments, they know sports, they know
They think
tourism.
big.
Thinking big, and that way when that facility opens, it's running the right way and as efficiently as possible from the very beginning. They have relationships with all the events right holders, with the different tournaments, and so they're already booking events.
So will that be staffed by this company as well, or
Yes.
is it so the whole operation management, everything is going to be staffed by another company?
Correct. It's a
Okay.
third party is operating it. Yes. Now,
Awesome.
of course, we have a lot to say as far as they report to us, to the city, with revenues and profits or losses or what's happening in different types of events. So we have a very close relationship with them, but the city is not in that business. I don't know how to run a big
Yeah, and I think it would be
indoor
hard
sports
to
center.
start it from the ground up. I know
Yes.
that I know it's not easy for any of us to admit, kind of what happened in Sterlington. They spent all that money out there, and um, I'm not saying anyone's to blame on it, but it's an example of sometimes hiring someone that
Mhm.
has more knowledge, more well-rounded knowledge with a beautiful facility, what they can actually do with it, and
Yes.
which I know Sterlington has kind of turned the corner in that. But
Hmm.
it's nice to know that we've got some professionals going to move in and make that happen.
Yes.
And I'm being told that they're already got stuff lined up.
Hmm.
So after completion, got tournaments already
Hmm.
lined up for it.
Yes, that is
So
correct.
when is I was is there a hotel going to be built next to it?
Yes, so there will be a residence inn that will be built to the northwest of it, just next, right next door, and have a connector, a walking connector to it. Hmm.
I don't know, and I'm not going to hold you to any specific numbers, but roundabout, have they talked about what type of either economic impact that sports facility is going to have to not just the city, but to the region, or how many visitors they expect to come annually?
Yes, so the Convention and Visitors Bureau did a study years ago to determine what we needed, and it was an indoor sports complex was the top thing on the list to diversify our sports tourism here in Ouachita Parish. Then they had another study done to determine the economic impact of this, and it looked at the entire parish and how everything would be impacted by it. And that actually is what determined where the facility should be located.
Okay.
The annual visitors is supposed to attract about 190,000 new people to Ouachita Parish per year. It is expected to have a $21.5 million economic impact.
Wow. So
Right.
can you repeat that again?
Yes, supposed to have a $21.5 million economic impact to
And
Ouachita
and
Parish.
that's new money
That is
coming in.
new money.
Wow.
Hotel rooms, restaurants, everything. And something that kind of going back to our first topic was on sales taxes. So in the city of West Monroe, 2.99 cents of your 10.44 cents of sales tax is actually what goes to the city. 3% goes to the school board, Ouachita Parish School Boards, to support our schools, and then the rest goes to the state. So sometimes people may not realize all the breakdown there. So it's important because this facility is not only going to have a positive revenue impact to the city as far as sales taxes are concerned, but think about what it's going to do for the Ouachita Parish School Board as
Wow.
well. So when people are thinking about another reason why you should shop local is because think of how many jobs are affected by sales taxes. Anything related to the city government and a lot of what's related to the Ouachita Parish School Board.
Now, you may not know the details of it, but I'm going to ask anyway. It's only been recent years to where they've really been purposeful on charging sales tax to online purchases.
Yes.
So when we get charged online, I live in West Monroe. They see the address. Where does that money go? Does any of it come back to the city?
Yes, I mean there's a lot of discussion, especially at the state level, on how to be able to get that better, and that's with centralized sales tax collection. Haven't really decided how big of a fan I am of that yet, because that means all of our sales taxes would go to the state. Then they disperse them back to the different entities that need that the taxes belong to, and that's just a whole lot of mess
Hmm.
sometimes. I hate to say that. Whereas now, Washita Parish, I mean, the city of Monroe is the sales tax collector for Washita Parish, and then they disperse it out. And so, I mean, if there is an issue, I mean, they're right across the river. We can go get them.
Sure.
So again, but yes, we do get some, and the taxes are supposed to be charged on where it's delivered. And so, again, we do. Amazon is pretty good about, we see there's a spot on our sales tax report that says Amazon on it. There is another section that says remote sellers. But again, somebody's got to police that.
Sure.
Somebody's got to enforce that. It's a lot harder. So I feel like we're just getting a fraction of what we really and truly are owed.
Right. Well, if we shop local, we don't have to worry
That's
about that,
exactly
right?
right.